Number 2019-0068. A resolution requesting that the Louisiana Attorney General provide an opinion with regards to the following question. Quote, is a public body such as the St. Charles Parish Council required to hold a public comment period prior to a vote being taken to table items at its meetings? End quote. In other words, does the action of taking a vote to table constitute as an action on an agenda item which requires a public comment period prior to the council voting on whether or not to table? Mr. Hogan.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. That states exactly what it's requesting. It's a question that keeps coming up, and I'd like to get an Attorney General opinion on the question so that we can put it to bed once and for all. Thank you.
This is a public hearing for 2019-0068. Anyone in the audience who would like to speak on behalf of this, please come up and do so now.
Milton Alamo Hornville. As everyone of this council is aware of, I've had email correspondence with Ms. Perrier and with Mr. Gibbs. We seem to disagree on our interpretation of the state law. I'm not a lawyer. I don't think there are either. So this will allow us to find out exactly what the state law says. It's pretty simple as far as I'm concerned. And I don't understand why this council just doesn't automatically do it anyway. If it's on our agenda and we're going to vote on it one way or another, why is it not open to the public? That's my problem. This resolution may address my problem. Furthermore, we have seen it done before where this council has opened things for public comment. The public gets up here and they comment on it. Sometimes it's only me. Most of the time it's only me. And then they turn around and they table it still. So what did we do? We allowed public comment on an item that we tabled, which was all that was asked to be done. And now we have to come to this to get an answer as to why this council does it. I say move forward with this, but also request the council to add one more rule to their rule book. Anything on the agenda that's going to be put to a vote needs to be open to public comment. It's pretty simple. Nobody's got anything to hide up here. Mr. Gibb, you're shaking your head no, and that's okay. We will always, on this subject, agree to disagree. The public has the right to make their beliefs, their thoughts known. So by not allowing public comment, we're not allowing their public thoughts and beliefs to be known to the public. So move forward with this. Let's get this ruling, and regardless of what this ruling says, add a rule to your council rules. Anything that's going to be voted on, I don't care if it's the table, to deny it, to pass it, whatever. The public should have their right to add their comment to it. Thank you.
This is a public hearing for 2019-0068. Anyone in the audience who'd like to speak on behalf of this item, please come up and do so now. Seeing none, public hearing is closed. Council discussion. Councilman Gibbs.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This has got a little bit of a legislative history to it. Obviously, everybody knows that I tabled an item, and Paul Hogan has tabled an item as well in the same instance. I'm not sure why we should get the Attorney General of the state of Louisiana involved in something so trivial where he's got much more pressing issues. I don't think anybody understands why we do the motion, but there is a specific reason behind it, and it's not done all the time, but sometimes it's very necessary. We're not hiding anything from the public. It's just a necessary option that we have to explore, and we do it occasionally. So I don't think there's any reason for us to get the Attorney General involved in this, and it's going to need a unanimous vote to request his opinion anyway. So I obviously do not support this. Thank you.
Any additional council discussion? Mr. Hogan.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. It does not require a unanimous vote, and it's simply a request to see if we're complying with state law. Nothing more, nothing less than that. And that's what we're requesting, and ask for your support.
Councilman Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And maybe clarify me if I'm not clear on this, but that was a time when we requested opinions from the Attorney General, and it didn't take a resolution with unanimous council support. And I do know of one, maybe two, where when the Attorney General rendered an opinion, Mr. Hogan, you didn't agree with their opinion. So why should I support this if this answer comes back, it's not to your liking, then you're not going to, it's going to be unacceptable. So I won't support it either.
Councilman Woodruff.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think just in the interest of getting this right, so we don't have to go through all this again, I will support it.
All right. Mr. Cochran, you have a question.
As you know, I've sat where you're at a couple times. My question is, when you motion to table something, you're preserving the public's right to comment at a later time. That's all you're doing.
Oh,
And
we've had this discussion for sure.
Right. I just want to make sure the council's aware of it, because
Absolutely.
they're either going to comment when the topic comes back up for a vote, or y'all going to make a motion to open it back up for public hearing. So I don't understand where this is going at all. And not that I need to. It's just I know what we've done in the past, and y'all have done, I've watched y'all do it. You know, when y'all motion to table something, all you're doing is preserving the public's right at a later time when you do take the issue up to have public input. That's it. If not, if they have public input in the beginning, public input's satisfied. So when you have that vote at a later time, you know, don't necessarily have to have open it to public hearing, correct?
That is exactly how I operate. And I hear Mr. Hogan over here agreeing with you, saying, yep, yep, yep. So this blows my mind even more.
No, he's not agreeing.
I heard yep. No? Oh, that wasn't your mouth. Okay. I'm sorry. No, that's okay. I'm not asking a question. I was wrong. You did not say yes. I think that we're not denying the public anything. We hadn't made a decision, and Mr. Hogan operated the same way as Councilman Gibbs did. We tabled an item before public hearing, and that doesn't mean that the public won't get a chance to come back up and talk about it if we decide to make it a law or decide on it legislatively. So I can't support it either. I can't waste more of the time of the government, so I can't support this. All right, please cast your votes. That fails with Mr. Hogan and Mr. Woodruff voting yea.